Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another BKFC Reddit Ask Me Anything. We're joined by the God of War himself, Reese Horne. How you doing, sir?
Yes, sir. It's all good. Ready to take care of business, man.
Wartime, the God of War. You're one of the fighters that has two nicknames.
Yeah, yeah. I earned them, man. I earned them nicknames. They just can't name yourself in this game. You gotta be given a nickname. So yeah, I definitely earned them.
I completely agree with you. Can't give yourself a nickname. Who gave you your nicknames?
All right, so the first one came about. I was sparring in Philly, and my dad was just like, we were supposed to be there just to work, get a little work in. The guy turned it up on me, so my dad screamed out, "It's wartime!" So next thing you know, I'm turning it up too. So it just stuck, man.
All right, and then what about the God of War, sir?
A couple people was around town like, man, you got that whole wartime thing going on, man. You just like you a whole beast, and then you just on another level. So they was just like, man, maybe you a god at this, man, because you just on another level.
Let's talk about sparring. It's weird how you can go to sparring and you give as good as you get, and some people are just assholes and refuse to. It's sparring. You're supposed to be working on stuff, and they don't quite understand that.
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, it should be mutual. Even so, like I might tag a guy and I just let up. I ain't trying to finish him or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because we there to work, but it's always good to do. If it is a dog fight, I'm down for it because sometimes you need a dog fight. To bring the dog out. So either way, it's all good.
Okay, so you were on the last fight night card in Philly. Is the goal to impress Dave so that you get a fight like it? What is the name of the big stadium? I know they just changed your guys' stadium name, I believe, but is that to fight where the Flyers play?
Yeah, Flyers and Sixers. I think it's still in the. I know it as Wells Fargo, so we'll see what they come up with, man. But yeah, that's definitely the goal because they sold out in January, and they're selling out at Philly events like the last at 2300, the last event I fought on that, they sold that card out. So Philly is where it's going to be, man.
I want to say Dave said something about like a November Philly card, and it's supposed to be at the Wells Fargo Center. So yeah, I mean, like here's the thing: you get another fight of like another clean, awesome knockout. Easily, you could be on that card, and that's got to be a childhood dream, right? To fight in front of like 17,000 people.
Yeah, it's definitely a dream, man. I do this for the people, man. I put them on my back, man. Like people don't understand it take a lot to get in this ring, and not a lot of people not really want to do it, but I'm just crazy enough to do it, man. So I'm ready.
Can you tell us about your combat sports? Like, where'd you come from? Boxing, MMA? Like, what brought you to bare knuckle?
um Boxing brought me over here. Boxing started to get it too political for me, man, so I had to make a change, man. And I'm here, man. I'm here to take over.
Do you like that it's not political? Like, we are seeing some of the best fight the best. That was the one thing that drove me nuts about boxing. It was pay to play, and also the best would avoid fighting the best. We are seeing some of the best guys fight each other, so that's definitely a plus for bare knuckle.
Yeah, that was definitely when I got in this game. I told Dave, man, I want the best, man, and he providing the best, man. And I just got one. But my thing is, my slogan is, when you mess with the best, you die the rest. Because I think I'm the best, and I'm gonna prove it.
Did you do the tryouts? Like, how did BKFC and Dave find out about you?
Yeah, I tried out in Philly. It was over like at least 100 to 200 people in that building, man. I mean, people came to the Rumble. This ain't like the old days and dudes grabbing a beer and getting off the couch in there, man. These are some top level athletes that's willing to put their lives on the line. So it's that's what it's about now, man. Who ready?
Are you a guy who stays ready? Like, are you one of those guys who need the training camp? I mean, like, I know you try to stay in shape, but like, are you one of those guys like we just saw Ben Bonner took a fight on 8 days notice and won a championship. If BKFC was to come to you and say, hey, look, 3 days out, we need you for a fight. Are you one of those guys who stays in shape, or do you have to like use a training camp?
Hey, man, if everything's right and they give me an opportunity like he just got for the belt, man, I'm coming to take it, man. Hey, you got ain't no reward, no risk, no reward, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, if I get that opportunity, hey man, I'm there.
Is 185 going to be your home? You like that weight? Is it an easy cut for you? Tell us about that.
Yeah, 185 is pretty solid for me, man. That's good for me. You know what I mean? But if I get some calls at some other weights, and everything works out, like Like I told him in the beginning of my first fight, I said I ain't scared of the redneck. I ain't scared of platinum. I ain't scared of none of these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if they put me in there, my mission is to take care of business and win, put them on a good show for the fans, and just knock whoever out is that's in front of me.
So you can make 175 is what you're saying.
Yeah, I can make it 175. I boxed at 175.
We've seen quite a few boxers struggle with BKFC. We've seen Austin Trout do really well. Why is it some boxers really struggle? In yourself, you've done really well.
I just think it's different. You know what I mean? It's like you either got that dog or you don't, man. You know, I've seen MMA guys get in there and struggle too. Like it's just if you built for this or you're not built for this. I mean, and I think I'm built for this. No, I don't think I know I'm built for this, man. So that's it.
Are you a guy who's a pretty good ticket seller? It seems like that's a big thing for the smaller shows. You have to be a big ticket seller to get on the show. You're getting on your second show, so clearly you do move some tickets.
Yeah, people know I've come to bring high pack action, a good show for the people, and then after the show, I'm taking pictures with everybody. You know what I mean? Even people that didn't buy a ticket off me, I say, "Yo, you want a picture?" Little kids, women, adults, man, everybody that want a picture, man, they get one, man, because they was cheering me on, and I used that motivation to push me even further.
How much motivation is it to go from boos to people cheering you to win over those fans?
Um, it's just really it's just a mindset, man. Like so it's all about like I had haters, man, haters and then people supporters, you know what I mean? But the hate, Jalen Hurts got hated on, man, and he won the Super Bowl. So them haters play a part too, you know what I mean? But it is what it is.
It's interesting because I talked to Luis Palomino and he goes, you don't block your haters. You want them to see everything because they share it with their friends. Like, look at this guy. He sucks. He goes, and they get you more views. He goes, your haters actually spread you out to people who have no idea who you are better than the fans.
Yeah, man. It's always a hater somewhere, man. I always spread positivity, man, because be positive in life, man. There's no reason to hate somebody, man. You know what I mean? So I'm always spreading positivity, and hopefully it rubs off on some of the haters, and maybe they express some positivity too.
How much do you know about Cody? I know he's fought 3 times, but are you one of those fighters who has to watch your opponent, or are you one of those guys that doesn't like to watch? You know what you're gonna do, and it doesn't matter.
I'm both. I know what I'm going to do. I'm watching you. I know what you're going to do, and if you do something different, I'm still going to know how to handle you. Cause um, just like the first fight, I figured it out. I'm a quick study at this game, and I can figure you out. I've been in the fight game since I've been 8 years old. You know what I mean? I was a junior Olympic champion, Golden Glove champion, national bronze medalist. I fought in the Olympic trials. So yeah, man, I got a lot of experience when it comes to this fight game.
Talk to us about the in-ring IQ. Like you said, I just watched your fight before you came on. In the first round, you were struggling a little bit. You got dropped, but second round, you floored him.
Yeah, it was all new to me, man. I just had to make my adjustments. Got me with a good shot, but um, that wasn't gonna put me out. Nothing was gonna put me out. He would have had to black me out, man, and put me out, man. You know what I'm saying? So, um, that fight, I noticed. I figured him out. He kept trying to do the check hook, so I had a counter for that. You know what I mean? So I countered it. You know what I mean? So basically, I froze him on his feet with the feints, and then I hit him with my right hook. That's just like you said, ring IQ.
Okay, so it's one of those things. Did you read that, or also did your coaches in your corner, like, did they help you, game plan for the second round?
Um, I'm gonna be real. I saw it all, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I just analyzed it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I could look at a guy and figure a guy out real fast. You know what I mean? And then if he make his adjustments, I make my adjustments. It's just I'm a quick study.
So Cody's got a lot more film than you. You've watched Cody's films. Is there any aspect of the fight that's coming up that you see yourself not as good as Cody at?
Nah, nah. I'm not saying that like I'm not saying it to be cocky. I'm saying it to be confident. Like anybody in that ring, anybody I get in that ring with is not better than me. because I'm preparing for the victory, and the victory shall be mine. We'll shake hands after the fight, but when we in there, man, the big dog gonna prevail.
It's interesting having had Cody on my show a couple times. You and him are two of the most confident people that I've ever talked to. Like you guys both, exude confidence, which is great. How important is having that self-confidence going into a fight?
Hey, man, you can't put defeat in your mind, and that's in life in general. Once you start putting defeat in your mind, you start thinking like that. I always think victory. You know what I mean? Always think victory, and the victory shall be mine. So I go in there, preparing for the victory, and that's it. That's it. That's the only outcome I prepare for is victory.
We've seen that Cody's tough. He can go to the 5 rounds. He lost when he got split open, but we know he's tough and durable. Do you see yourself being able to put him away, or do you see this being one of those 5-round bangers?
Whatever he could take. I know I hit hard, so I split my last opponent up in the first round. So,
Sure.
I hit hard. So if he want to get in there and bang it out, and let's just say he got to go back to his family, man. So we gonna see how much he could take, man, because um he gonna get split. He gonna get split.
You talk about hitting hard. I've talked to some of the fighters that go, look, bare knuckle, I only punched 70%, 80%. Are you putting 70, 80%? Are you doing 100% on your punches? Like, let's talk about your power.
I'm gonna hit him with 100%. I practice. I'm in there. I'm doing push-ups with my knuckles, punching stuff, man, hard, bare fist, man. I'm preparing my knuckles so I can punch at 100%. So he gonna feel some power out. I don't know what he think it is. I don't think he think it's a game. It ain't a game, man. Ain't like get a cannoli, telling Johnny get a cannoli. Ain't nothing sweet around here but some Kool-Aid, bro. And I'm gonna hurt him, man.
How tight knit is that community of Philly fighters? Are you guys like a pretty friendly, or is it one of those like it's cliquish?
I busted up with a few of them, you know what I mean? But it's just like, like all like, go do your thing. That's a pretty much it. You know what I mean? Go take care of business. You know what I mean? So, that's all.
So I saw that this, I believe, is the fight right before the not the main, like, anyway. So I saw this is the fourth to last fight. How exciting is that? That like you were a guy who started out and you're a little earlier in the card, and now you're working your way up towards that main event, the co-main event spot.
Yeah, man, it's definitely excited, man. So after I take care of business with this guy, who knows, man? I got a name in mind that I'm gonna say after the fight. You know what I mean? After I take care of business with this dude, So yeah, I'm only aiming for the best, man.
Are you one of those guys, you're fighting in front of Philly again? Do you love the Philly thing, or would you like to get out of Philly and go maybe be showcased somewhere else?
I love Philly. I love to put on a show for the people, and Philly is Dave's home too. So he's
Sure.
bringing on a good show for the people. But if he need me to fight anywhere, any place, anytime, let me know. I'll fight anywhere. We could, what they say, we could fight in the phone booth, man. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, look, it is what it is. I'll fight anywhere.
Where did your love of fighting come from?
My dad got me into fighting at an early age. Like I grew up with a lot of adversity because I got 5 brothers, 3 sisters. And back then you ain't have everything, man. You know what I mean? You ain't had the name brand sneakers, you had like Pro Wings and LA Gears and stuff like that. So, I'm wearing stuff like that to school and the kids would say some stuff, man, but I had to punch them in the mouth. I mean, you know what I mean? Because I ain't nobody gonna bully me, man. I ain't never back down from a fight. So I punched them in the mouth and they figured out I could fight. And next thing you know, they want to be my friend. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just how it go, man. Then my dad one day was like, "Man, come on and get in this boxing ring, man. And just stop trying to fight on the streets and stuff like that." So yeah.
It's usually my last question, but let's ask it now. Do you remember the very first fight you got in, the first time you punched him out of anger who wasn't a relative? Do you remember your first street fight?
Do I remember my first street fight? Man, it was so crazy. I had a lot of fights, man. I could just say I remember it was basically, the guys was trying to bully me, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So that was, yeah, it was a bullying thing. And you ain't gonna bully me, man. I ain't running from no man.
I kind of had a similar thing. Like people would bully me, and I remember going through 4 or 5 bullies, and then suddenly no one wanted to bully me anymore.
Right. Yeah. I think after that first one, it was, I beat the guy up pretty bad. So after that first one, people, they started wanting to be my friend, and the next thing you know, the bullying stopped a little bit. So people always still had jokes or whatever, but they didn't take it to the forest. That when I was like, man, shut up, or I'm gonna knock you out. They shut up. So.
Are any you have a bunch of siblings? Are any of your other siblings into combat sports?
Um, they was like amateurs and stuff like that. You know what I mean, like training and stuff like that. But you know. I still listen to them if they got a little advice for me. You know.
What do you do for job? Are you able to make fighting a full-time event, full-time gig, or like what else do you do?
Yeah, I do like armed security, so
Okay.
I'm pretty just relaxed all night watching cameras and stuff like that. So I'm off my feet, guarding the building. So yeah, I'm pretty relaxed. So after I get off work, I go running, go weightlifting. After I do that, take a nap, and then I go to the gym. You know what I mean? Then I go to work. So yeah, I'm locked in.
I think it's great that so many of you fighters do security, like Arnold Adams, private security guard, bodyguard. Is that an aspect that, like, something you interested in getting into? Like, the bodyguard, I mean, you're good with your hands, is that something? And I know you're not supposed to fight when you're the bodyguard. You're supposed to de-escalate, but you're also a very protective guy. Is that something that interests you?
Yeah, I actually had like a few bodyguard gigs. I bodyguard Remy Ma one time. I bodyguard Deshaun Jackson. Who
Okay.
else I bodyguard? Yeah, I had a few gigs here and there.
Was it for you, or like you prefer your armed gig with your feet up?
Uh, Either one, man. I mean, the feed up thing was chill, but getting to meet some superstars and celebrity is also a good thing too. So it's like either way, man. When I'm on a job, I'm gonna take care of business. That's the bottom line.
Okay, you get by Cody Vital, you have a name in mind. I think it's probably best you save that name until you announce. But like, quick turnaround fight, like you're looking at the next Philly card. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, whatever they got for me, I want it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been on this fast track, man. So whatever they got for me, I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Have you been offered other fights, or is this the first fight since that last fight night card that you've been offered?
This the first one. So they said they got this guy. I said, all right, let's rumble. You know what I mean? Let's rumble.
I think it's great. Like I said, to hear Cody talk, he's on the fast track for the belt. You're on the fast track for the belt. So clearly, it's going to derail one of your careers. So I think it's great. It's two hungry lions that are going to be fighting, and like I expect this to be potential fight of the night.
Yeah, most definitely. It's definitely got the potential for it.
Okay, sir. Is there any message that you have for the fans? Any shout outs? Any message for anybody that you'd like to get out before we call it a day?
Shout out to the BKFC. Shout out to CNC management. Shout out to all my supporters, sponsors. Hey man, it's the takeover. It's coming. It's wartime, baby. Let's go.
Are you still looking for sponsors? Like, I know we had talked beforehand. You said something about like looking for sponsors. Is that still something you're pursuing?
Yeah, I'm still looking for sponsors, still looking for supporters. I'm basically I'm a man of the people, so for $25, I'm letting my supporters get on the back, put their name on the back of my shirt. You know what I mean? I'm gonna wear that at the weigh-in. It's one of the shirts right here. So this is a red version. I got all different colors. So
Okay.
I'm gonna put their name on the back of the shirt, and the sponsors, I'm gonna put them on the front. So hey man, get with me, man. I'm a man of the people.
I mean, everybody always says like, "Oh, you're a prize fighter. You make plenty of money," but the sponsors and the supporters absolutely help out. Buying a T-shirt from a fighter absolutely helps out. Anything you can do to help you guys train and stay afloat, in between fights, I think is a good thing.
Yeah, it definitely is a good thing, man. Like, we put a lot into this, man. What people don't see is the behind the scenes things, man. You gotta pay for gym memberships. You know what I mean? I got about 3 gym memberships right now. So, one gym where I go swimming, one gym where I lift weights, one gym where I box, so it's like, and then the travel expenses if you want to go to a different state for sparring and stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely helps, and I appreciate everything that my supporters or sponsors give me, man. So I'm definitely appreciative of that.
All right, Mr. God of War, thank you so much for your time. I look forward to watching this. Like I said, this one I got circled on the old calendar. I think it's going to be a great fight.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be history in the making, man. And my arm gonna get raised at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying?
Could you hold your fist up? That is a monster-sized fist for us.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. It's Judgment Day is coming, man. I'm gonna lay the hammer, man.
All right. Have a great night or a great day, I guess. It's daytime now. All right, man. Have a great day. Thanks, bud.
All right, thank you.
Bye.